Hey guys, Legendary Grimlock here, and today we're going to scale the Chaos Bringer himself, the Lord of Destruction, Unicron. Now, here's the thing about Unicron. Unicron is a very singular character. There is no such thing as multiple versions of him. There's only one Unicron across the multiverse, making him a multiverse singularity already. Unicron is second to the one being the overseer of the entire Transformers Omniverse, which is a 17 to 21 brand dimension. If you want the full details, go look at Who's Bigger, DC or Transformers Cosmology Edition. Alright, so Unicron himself is the abstract of chaos, already putting him at a very high level within the cosmic pecking order. As the writers pretty much described, they wanted to create Unicron as sort of a chaos lord or a lord of chaos, but what they actually did was make him the living embodiment or the living personification of chaos and evil. Unicron, just in his spark as an avatar, can literally cause entire worlds, entire galaxies to go into a state of madness, eternal chaos. So despite the fact that these were probably good people at one point, these aliens and their animals, their fauna, literally went insane because of Unicron's spark. And he used that chaos to feed himself, to build himself back up until he emerged with a new body, destroying the planet. Now, Ramjet describes Unicron as a living personification of nothing more than evil. All right, he's an entity that has destroyed the multiverse multiple times. This Transformers multiverse is infinite in size and has every single reality bridge. For example, Rise of the Darkspark is actually a branch off of both the Aligned continuity and the Bayverse continuity at the same time, due to how their dimensions pretty much connected by Optimus Prime's Matrix, blasting the Darkspark into another universe. You then have how other games that tie into Transformers, like Transformers Prime, the Wii game with Thunderwing, that is another branched off continuity where the Autobots win the war at a much faster rate. There's other things that take place in the Transformers multiverse, including things like the toy line. The toy line itself is also considered a branch off of the Transformers franchise due to the fact that the scavengers can actually interact with the toys as living beings in metafiction. Alright, so the toys themselves are actually on the line. So Unicron being able to transcend himself and actually reach our world as well. Not only that, he's actually able to breach into different continuities and threaten it. Unicron is a threat to the entire Transformers Omniverse, stronger than any of the other, villains out there. He's able to branch off into these other, directions or into these other universes because of the Omniverse that the Transformers verse has. This even includes things like Marvel Comics. You even have, Star Wars, even the Ben 10 universe, the Ben 10 multiverse, I should say, apologies, is a pretty much threatened by Unicron's presence. And we also know the Ben 10 dimension or the Ben 10 multiverse pretty much has different layers of dimensions, as kind of explained with I think it was the Quantumalia, who pretty much just came to pick up their daughter's toy. All right, that was giving Ben a hard time. So yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? Just absolutely crazy, huh? So yeah, you pretty much have Unicron just threatening all these dimensions with not just his presence, but just the sheer fact that he can't even die either. He can actually go further beyond and transcend these dimensions and just kill them and just, eat them. This even includes the Marvel multiverse, which is infinite in size and has entities like the Living Tribunal, Eternity, Multi-Eternity, the Beyonders, the Beyonder himself that is back to his original self, and, even eat abstracts like Mephisto and the Chaos King. It's also noted that he is a platonic concept, and platonic concepts are pretty much transcend dimensions by the virtue of their existence. All right, he's able to transcend everything in the Transformers multiverse, from the realm of the Primes to the realm of the Guiding Hand, and even being on par with Primus's, just the purest entity of Primus himself, the true version of Primus. All right. We even have, writers or Vector Prime saying that Unicron isn't really bound by things like space, time, or reality. He's beyond every single concept imaginable, even beyond the elder gods who can sit outside of the multiverse. Now you might say, okay, what about his heralds? Unicron has had a few heralds over the years, and with Scourge being somewhat of the newest edition, we'll count that version of Scourge and Rise of the Beast the newest one. They're all empowered by Unicron, and he does give them their own levels. He is stronger than Ramjet, who is noted to be the strongest herald of Unicron, and is from the Unicron trilogy, which is noted in my book and most other Transformers fandoms as to be way stronger than versus like the IDW continuity. All right. So yeah, you have characters that pretty much transcend that verse itself, which was consistently beating Unicron. And even then, it's not the true form of Unicron. All right. You then have the 13 original primes, and they're scaling with them being, outer-versal themselves here. So you have Unicron transcending and pretty much going off against, outer-versal beings that need very destructive and very powerful weapons in order to keep up with him. Such as, for example, the, the Star Saber, or at least the true Star Saber, which is in Primus' hands and can only really be wielded by him. The true Star Saber is able to one-shot the Transformers Infinite Multiverse with a single shot. He's able to destroy one multiverse in one shot. All right? And then you have the Fallen, who is much stronger than the rest of the 13 original primes. Rest of the few members of the 13 original primes. This is important because the Fallen is stronger than most of his brothers. The Fallen is even able to destroy universal time streams, basically destroy entire timelines with... He really doesn't have a problem just destroying creation. Matter of fact, he's done it before. He's destroyed all of creation before. And this is something that the Autobots or Primus simply just be like, you know what? I'm going to just put it back so y'all can try again. All right, have fun at it. So yeah, the Fallen himself, which is a pretty much an entity that can destroy universal streams, and it's just, oh my gosh, he was just such a monster. Being able to defeat the Wreckers, defeat a pre-Dinobot Grimlock, which is absolutely monstrous when it comes to power. Well, or at least somewhat monstrous when it comes to power. He's still relative to Optimus Prime with the Matrix of Leadership. And then he's killed the other primes like Solus, Prima, Alchemist, Amalgamus. He's killed these primes with little to no difficulty. And he's just had no problem dealing with them. He's even beyond things like the Elder Gods and the Vox. The Elder Gods exist within the Transformers multiverse, but they're beyond the universal stream. And then you have the primes themselves, all right? You have the Elder Gods, then you have the 13 original primes. Then you have the Guiding Hand who exists above the 13 original primes. You following me? And then you have Primus and Unicron. And then you have True Form Unicron and True Form Primus. And then you have the One. The cosmic hierarchy and the cosmic scaling here is really just, I wouldn't say out of the ordinary, but there are so many levels to it in the Transformers verse that it just madly gets downplayed here. So with that all being said here, he exists so far beyond just, I would have to say multiple levels of, these Cybertronians and these characters. He's just, his very existence is literally beyond concepts. All right, that's what his existence is really described as. It's beyond, concepts. It's beyond comprehension, if you will. And with him being stronger than characters like Galvatron, Ramjet, he's stronger than all of his heralds who have all done universal, multiversal to outerversal things. So if you really want my honest opinion, this is kind of like the Drago from Bakugan situation, where Drago scaled above multiple layers of infinity and multiple, layers of power. I wouldn't say he's infinite outerversal, but with Unicron, it more or less is that kind of, you know, you get that kind of I wouldn't say tone. You get that kind of sense that he is beyond just these multiple layers of universal. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. He just transcends these levels of infinity and transcends these levels of universal. He has so many layers upon it that I think saying several layers of universal, ooh, excuse me, are just ridiculous. I mean, being able to transcend entities like Nova Prime, the Fallen, all the 13 original primes here, including entities like Onyx Prime, or sorry, cosmic entities like Onyx Prime, who scared the Fallen. And then you have Optimus Prime, who has the true matrix of leadership, which is one of the only, is pretty much the only matrix that can beat him. The only way you do that is with the matrix of leadership or with Primus. So you really have just one or two options here. You have to get Primus to do it, or you get Optimus, and anyone who's chosen to be a Prime to unleash that matrix. All right, he's just absolutely bonkers when it comes to power. So I would say if I had to give Unicron an actual level when it comes to universal, I would say he's around 7. He's beyond 7 layers, so that's not even a question about it. But if I had to give him a number, I would probably say 11, 12, maybe higher, because he has a true form aspect. So in all honesty, I would say Unicron is definitely be pretty much the god of universal when it comes to it. I definitely say he's in the same league as characters as the Living Tribunal, or maybe even above, like, he's above a lot of the likes of characters in DC because of their retcons. But I would say if he enters DC, he's going to become the biggest threat possible. And in Marvel, you have your consistent cosmic entities where DC really doesn't. But you know, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's all I'm saying here. Unicron is just a threat to everything and everyone when he walks in there. But anyway, yeah, I would give Unicron the universal badge here. But let me know what you guys think down below. Please comment, like, and subscribe and share to friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.